Good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon,
Good
ma'am.
afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. Um, am I clear? Is my audio clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Miss Izzy, can you lead the prayer for us, please?
Yes, ma'am. So let's feel the presence of the Lord and let's bow our heart. So, God, give us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the differences. Amen. In the name of the Father and the Son.
And thank you so much. All right, I can see that both of you are present in our class. Are you guys ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So before we start a lesson, I want to recall our previous topic back. So what was our previous topic? Anyone?
Ma'am,
Yes, Miss Ivy.
I remember that we discussed the countable and uncountable nouns, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So can you guys tell me the difference between countable and uncountable nouns?
Ma'am, countable nouns are individual people, animals, places, things which can be counted, while the uncountable nouns are not individual objects, so they cannot be counted.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Ma'am,
Yes, go ahead.
an example of countable noun is a ball, and then an example of uncountable noun is hair.
Here, right? Okay. So I guess you understood very well the difference between countable and uncountable nouns, okay? So are you ready for our next lesson?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you see guys, do you guys see my PowerPoint?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I will flash sets of pictures and you will tell me what you see, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What do you guys see?
Ma'am, I see a picture and a water. I also see a plus sign and an equal sign, like an equation.
Right, a pitcher and a water. If you put them together, what does it say?
A pitcher of water.
A pitcher of water. Very good. Now I'm going to flash another set of pictures and you will tell me again what these pictures say when they were together, okay?
All right, ma'am.
Pitcher of water.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, how about these?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can I try?
Yes, Izzy.
I can see a cup and a coffee, and
Yes,
then
what
when
does it
we
say?
combine it, a cup of coffee.
Very good, a cup of coffee. How about this one?
ma'am, I see a tray and eggs. So if we put them together, I think it's a tray of eggs.
A tray of eggs. Very good. So if you look at these pictures one more time, let's look at these pictures one more time, huh? What do you guys observe? So a cup of coffee and a tray of eggs. What do you see? Anyone?
Ma'am, the first one I think is a container with an uncountable noun, which is the coffee inside it. While the second set is a container, still a container, but um, we can count the noun in that container since it's eggs, a tray of eggs.
Very good, Ron. That's a very keen observation. Okay, now I'm gonna flash another set of pictures, okay? Hmm, what do you think these are?
A tub of paint, ma'am.
Yes, a tub of paint. So, but what do you observe with this tub of paint?
I noticed that it is drifting full. Also, a glass of water is also full.
Very good. They are full. Now, what do you think will be our topic for today? Anyone?
Um, I
Mm,
think containers, ma'am, containers.
Yes, that is exactly our topic for today. Our topic is about containers. So, what are containers? Containers are objects that can hold, store, and carry other objects or something. They are quantifiers. They are used to count nouns that cannot be counted. As you can see in the first example that I gave you, a cup of coffee. Coffee is an uncountable noun. That introduces us to our first rule in using containers. The first rule is container plus uncountable nouns. Can you give me an example of a container plus uncountable noun?
ma'am, a can of soda, a glass of wine. What else? A jar of honey and a box of cereal.
Very good. Those are uncountable nouns. For the second example, it introduces us to our second rule of using containers. The second rule is container plus countable nouns. So eggs are countable nouns. So can you give me an example of container plus countable noun?
A basket of fruits, a bag of groceries, a jar of pickles, and also a plastic of apples.
Very good. Those are countable nouns. Okay, the third rule is really simple. If you see a container holding as much as it can hold, or it is full, we add the suffix full. Okay, just like our example. It's a tub, but it's full. So we write it as a tub full of paint or a glass full of water, just like our example. Now, can you give me an example other than those two?
Ma'am, a cup full of curry, a bowl full of soup, a handful of beans, and a tin full of sauce.
Very good. I see you have mastered the use of containers. Now, I will show you another set of pictures and tell me the difference between the first set of pictures that I showed you earlier, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay,
These pictures, what do you see? What do you guys see?
um, a pizza,
Okay, let's see. Let's see what these are, okay? Can you read for me?
a
Ma'am, a
slice of
slice.
pizza,
Okay,
a, a kilo of meat, and a sheets of paper.
sheets of paper. Yes. So, what do you think these are? Can you read what's on the screen?
Quantities and pieces.
Quantities and pieces. That's right. Quantities and pieces are they are also used as quantifiers. Like containers, quantities and pieces determine the amount of a certain object. Now, can you give me an example of quantities and pieces?
Ma'am, a pair of sunglasses, a stick of butter, a set of pictures, and a loaf of bread.
Very good. Those are examples of quantities and pieces. They determine the amount of a certain object. It seems that we have mastered our topic for today. Are you ready for an exercise?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. So, I have prepared two exercises for you to test if you have understood our discussion for today. I will flash the first seat work, and one of you will tell me what the correct answer is. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, here's the first one. Okay, seat work number one. Analyze the pictures carefully and select the best answer. Okay, for the first question, we have a carton of soda, a basket of soda, and a can of soda. What do you think is the correct answer?
Letter
Yes,
C,
ma'am.
ma'am. A can of
A
soda.
can of soda.
Very good. A can of soda. How about the next one? A can of water, a bottle of water, a barrel of water.
A bottle of water.
A barrel? Is it a
Bottle.
barrel? A
A
bottle of
bottle of
water.
water,
Yes,
ma'am.
very good. How about the next one? A bag of
Um,
cigarettes, a plastic of cigarettes, a packet of cigarettes.
Letter C, ma'am. A packet of cigarettes.
Letter C, a packet of cigarettes. Is it right, Izzy?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. Next one. A sack of rice, a bag of rice, a box of rice.
A sack of rice, ma'am.
A sack of rice. Is Izzy correct, Ron?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. A cup full of sugar, a spoonful of sugar, a bag full of sugar.
Letter B, ma'am. A spoonful of sugar.
A spoonful of sugar. Correct. The next one. A tub of fried chicken, a plate of fried chicken, or a bucket of fried chicken.
A bucket of fried chicken, ma'am.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting hungry. Okay, next. A crate of tomatoes, a sack of tomatoes, or a barrel of tomatoes.
Ma'am, a crate of
A
tomatoes.
crate. It is a crate full of tomatoes. Next. A spoonful of popcorn, a cup full of popcorn, or a handful of popcorn.
A handful of popcorn.
Handful of popcorn. Very good. The next one. A cup of cookies, a plate of cookies, or a jar of cookies.
Letter B, ma'am. A plate of cookies.
Yes, a plate of cookies. The next one. Oh, this is the last one. A pot of soup, a bowl of soup, or a bucket of soup.
A pot of soup.
Pot of soup. That is right. Very good. Okay, it seems to me that you have mastered it. Are you ready for the second one?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will mark the correct answer for you since you can't edit, okay? So I will mark it for you. Okay. What is the partner of a bunch of?
A bunch of bananas.
Very good. A bunch of bananas. How about a roll of?
A roll of tissues, ma'am.
A roll of tissue. Okay. How about a pinch of?
A pinch of salt.
A pinch of salt. Very good. How about a slice of?
A slice of cheese.
A slice of cheese. How about a dozen of?
A dozen of eggs.
A dozen of eggs. How about a pile of?
A pile of books, ma'am.
A pile of books. How about a pair of?
A pair of shoes, ma'am.
A pair of shoes. Very good. Okay, that wraps up our discussion for today. Did you guys learn something?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I'll see you in the next discussion. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.